their dreams was difficult to hear for everyone in the community. After-school athletics are an important part of the high school experience, and the donation will keep student athletes on the playing field in Oakland. Mark Davis told me he is a product of the Oakland School District, and he wanted to keep the dream alive for so many young students to follow their passion in sports and in life. And the Raiders were born in Oakland, and Oakland will always be a part of the DNA of the franchise. He told me there's a lot more to come in the next 5 years with his 5-year plan. Back to you, Beth.
Thank you, JT. Just a great story with Mark Davis and Mark Bedane and everybody involved with the Raiders. And Oakland's going to pick up a first down. Farrell Brown with a catch, and he took a hit as well on the late flag after the 22-yard gain.
A good look at action there. Really nice to see E.J. Manuel come out to his left, really get his shoulders square, make a good, accurate throw across the field.
Number 58, defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, first of all, let me go back to what Mark Davis did. I think that's phenomenal. My hat's off to Mark. I think that's great. I'd like to see actually more teams doing that. But anyway, on the hit, that's a tough call. And they went helmet to helmet, so they're going to call it. And I sat with Walt Anderson on the way out here, and we had maybe a 2-hour conversation on this rule. It was kind of a one-sided conversation.
I can only imagine.
He was trying to sleep. I kept on.
Oh, Chris Warren bullying over a defender for an extra yard or two, but it's another penalty flag.
Looks like his dad. I just can't get his dad out of my mind when I see that. His dad was the exact same kind of player.
He's been really the talk of preseason football.
Holding, number 81, offense, 10-yard penalty.
Well, he's got too many of them.
Farrell had a couple last week.
He's just killing himself. But getting back to Chris Warren, he was brought in as a tryout player at the rookie minicamp for the spring. They didn't even have a roster spot available at the time. They had to make a move to sign him, even to bring him to training camp. And I think he most likely earned himself a spot on the roster because of his performance in the preseason.
I think we got 5, don't we? And when you include the fullback Keith Smith, Marshawn Lynch, Doug Martin, Jalen Richard, and Chris Warren, do you guys agree?
I think that they're done. I think that's it. That's it.
Quick strike to Marcel Aitman, the guy that Coach Gruden singled out, said, hey, he's done some really nice things. Can the rookie grab one of those last spots in what certainly looks like a very deep receiving core?
I just got the sense of visiting with the coaching staff yesterday that this wasn't about 10 players. This isn't about 8 players. This is about maybe 3, 4, 5 players tops. When you think about who has the opportunity to make it. And then at the end, as Johnny Green said, they were looking at practice squad players. There's a chance for some of these young players, some free agents, to maybe make this team in the practice squad, which is a huge opportunity.
Manuel stepping up, going to run and slide.
It's good, though.
His first contact with the ground was around the 46-yard line.
Good tight coverage on the outside. He didn't like what he saw. Pull it down and go ahead. He sees it right away. He wants to kind of pull the trigger, but then just pull it down, get what you can get.
Well, the big thing with him is the ball security. Fumbles in each of the last couple of games for him. Chance to shine a little bit as the starter tonight, looking for a 3rd down conversion. Or a change it up.
Watch Warren in protection there. They're only bringing 4. Nice throw.
First down, Keon Hatcher.
He's not down.
He did not touch the ground. Keon Hatcher, the sprint to the finish line. Touchdown Raiders, 45 yards.
Whirling on the field was a catch.
Even John Gruden with the 30-yard sprint to celebrate with his team.
Rolling on the field was a catch, and the receiver was knocked down by contact. It was a touchdown.
And he landed on top of the defender. Let's see if any part of the lower body touches. On him. Maybe his shin. Maybe his left shin. From that angle, it's hard to see. see it there either.
I think the Raider coaches may be penalized right here for getting too far out of the field.
The previous play is under further review.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does.
Nope.
I think what happens is Coleman's leg is there, and I think that's going to be very difficult to overturn.
As it stands right now, touchdown, Manuel to Hatcher.
Summer's almost over. Let the celebration.
Manuel gets set to go back to work at quarterback, an impressive touchdown drive earlier for Oakland.
They're going to have a tough cut in that defensive line. There's going to be another team's going to be picking up a Raymer.
Man, they may get a phone call or two prior to the cut to see if they can make a move to get a couple. They've got some real depth and talent along the defensive line.
And Greg Olson, the offensive coordinator this year, they're keeping an eye on some O-linemen, including right tackle David Sharp. Warren helping with the block to pick up the pressure. And the catch by Keon Hatcher down to the 31-yard line.
Good call, Beth. Nice eyes on Warren. That's exactly what he has to be able to do. He's got to be more consistent. You got to watch him in the backfield. So the tackle gets beat to the inside sharp, and so Warren's got to be able to pick that up, and he does it just fine. And Manuel's able to get this throw off.
And EJ looks so much more comfortable and confident in the pocket. The ball's coming out on time. You see the anticipation. This is what they want to see. They want to see him come in there and lead and move this football team down the field.
Warren trying to bounce to the outside. The ankle tackle by Shaquem Griffin, the rookie out of UCF.
You're a veteran quarterback like E.J. Manuel. This is the opportunity to make the others around you better. You've got a lot of young players playing tonight, and you're going to play with young players in the preseason if you're in this position. And that's what they want to see. Are you able to lead? Can you step in at a moment's notice and kind of keep things going? That's why that position is so critical to any football team.
They'll dump it off to Hatcher, his favorite target so far. And no gain on that one. Mike Tyson racked him up. It'll bring up third down. After missing on his first throw now, EJ has hit on 6 straight. He's got over 100 yards tonight.
And we talked to Greg Olson yesterday, and you could just see the frustration on his face. He spent a lot of time in the spring and in summer and training camp really working with Connor Cook and E.J. Manuel, and it hasn't been a clear-cut decision. And that's frustrating, I think, for the entire staff, and that's why it's critical that one of these guys get the job done tonight, Beth.
Greg Olson, John Gruden, and that offensive staff, a lot of eyes on the O and on E.J. Manuel leading the Raiders on a touchdown drive to Keon Hatcher and a 7-0 lead through 1.
When you're American.
Came off the edge one time, I swear it looked like Deacon Jones. And he had that same move that Deke used to put that long arm to the top side. I was like, holy smokes.
All right, a third down opportunity now for the Raiders. Manuel eats it, and he's thrown for a loss. Calitro got to him.
Yeah, he had that. There was a spot right there. If he's going to take off, you take off. And then he decided to keep looking down the field, and it wasn't there. It's right here, right there. And as soon as he changed his mind, they were closing too fast.
Fourth down, they're going to attempt the long field goal here. Mike Nugent is on from 51 yards away. Eddie Pinheiro, the rookie from Florida, still out. It looks like it might be Nugent on opening night for the Raiders. So the 51-yard blast, and it is good.
Way to go, Mike. Still got a little leg left.
Another scoring drive for that Raider offense, led by E.J. Manuel in a 10-0 lead.
The fourth. I'm going to tell you, ask you a question about those young guys in front of you, because they've been playing from the beginning. You can see them getting better and better and better. And so, as a linebacker, you're controlling a bunch of them. So, what's your take on them?
Oh man, just the progress that they've made since OTAs has been really mind-blowing, and just being able to help bring them along from an experience standpoint, you know, it's a good feeling. You know, I think we have a great core of linebackers, both, you know, veteran guys, young guys, and you know, I think we're primed to do great things this year. You know, just trying to, you know, get on that wall like yourself.
Yeah. Well, the guys behind you aren't doing too bad either. I really like what's going on in the secondary. Nice tight coverage. I like a lot of the again, they're young players, and you added some depth with some older guys.
Obviously, as you know, in the league, you know, depth is a huge part of the game. You know, because, you know, injury is a part of the game sometimes. You know, it happens. But, you know, as long as you can have depth on your squad and on your roster, that's going to give you big chances to win, because, you know, the next guy that's going in the game, you're not worried about him, and there's no drop-off. So as long as, you know, you have that on your team, you're definitely going to get a good position.
Thanks a lot, T. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Matt.
Yep.
Thank you, Tyre. Back-to-back 100 tackle seasons in Detroit before arriving in Oakland. Whitehead and Derek Johnson, Emmanuel Lemur, 3 new guys at the backer spots. Marquette Lee's shown improvement, so is Morrow, so is Kabinda. 3rd and 3 now for the Raiders. Manuel able to gather himself, diving for the marker as Chris Warren. He stepped out of bounds a yard short.
Yeah, I don't know where the ball was when he stepped out. That's a pretty quick spot right there.
Well, it's a great adjustment, though, Matt. That ball came in hot, hot and quick, and he doesn't panic. He kept his poise. I think he's short. I think that leg did go out, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I think the stretch was after the knee went out. Yeah, that's exactly right. Good call by the officials.
But nonetheless, a really nice job not turning the ball over and just keeping your poise. And it's good to see from A.J. Manuel.
David Moore will be the deep man here. They're going to punt it away on 4th down. Johnny Townsend from his own 20-yard line. Johnny Bolton, one of the gunners here, and fair catch and diving to corral it at the 28-yard line, a 40-yard punt. Just under 12 to go here in the first half, and a 10-6 Raider lead. Inventory is limited, so call today at 510-864-5022 and make some lifelong memories. The return of John Gruden to the Oakland sideline this year, and a home schedule that opens up with Monday Night Football against the LA Rams September 10th. Manuel looking to go deep, and pass interference coming up here on the Seattle defense on a throw intended for Keon Hatcher. EJ's hit 8 in a row for over 100 yards and a touchdown prior to that throw.
Pass interference, number 34. Defense. First down.
You know, I look at his feet, and the feet tell me a lot. And when he's in rhythm, he's trusting the protection, and he's stepping up, and the ball's coming out on time, E.J. Manuel can be an effective thrower of the football from the pocket. I like the fact that he's giving the receivers a chance to make a play down the field. The feet tell me a lot. That's important when you watch the feet of a quarterback. Show me good feet, I'll show you good throw.
Sound like Steve Young.
That's it.
Ends up being a 20-yard penalty. The run from Warren up the middle. Shaquem Griffin with the stop.
It's a good stop by Shaquem Griffin, because that's a big man. That's 250 pounds coming right at you. Shaquem Griffin met him right in the hole. Didn't budge.
As impressed as the Raider coaches have been with Chris Warren, a lighthearted moment yesterday talking with the coaching staff. John Gruden said, this young guy is going to get us that preseason NFL rushing title this year. And he comes into the game number 1.
He's averaging over 6 yards a carry. I mean, it's been impressive.
Working out of the eye, the Raiders may use some more fullback sets this year. Warren cut down at the line of scrimmage trying to follow Ryan Juracek.
Yeah, Juracek doesn't get his block, he went right through him, and then it leaked from the inside out as well.
Yeah, he has nowhere to go here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is swing and a miss.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to learn too. I mean, you can't run everybody over in this league. I mean, there's some real live defenders up here who will knock you out. So there's a way to learn to use that big body as well. See what happens here on 3rd down.
And again, no calling card for Gruden. Brian Callahan, the quarterback's coach, calling the plays tonight. 1 for 4 on third downs. Manuel buying some time, and they're going to come up short as he dropped it off to Saeed Blacknall, and it's 4th down.
That's a good play, and here's why it's a good play. Third and long, you're not going to convert a lot, but I like the fact that EJ steps up. You see him slide, you see him make a quick decision, and now you move on.
And they're going to go for it.
Yep.
I kind of like this. And here's why I like it. Both coaches are saying, I don't care about the preseason. You know, let's just see what this offense is going to do. Let's see what my defense can do in these situations. And I know that Matt has a red eye he's got to get tonight, so we'll help him out.
Let's make sure he gets home on time.
They've talked about making plays under pressure. Here's a chance for Manuel in the offense.
Now you see him change the play.
He's just trying to get him to jump offside.
Calls the timeout.
No snap, no play. And now they got a decision. They decide to put the kicker back out there and give Mike Nugent another chance, or
that's what, 53 or
do they give EJ a chance? He's hit his last 9 passes in a row. Well, the Raiders in the offseason lost 3 members of the silver and black family. Tony Klein, the defensive end, drafted back in 1970, 8 years in the NFL, 6 of those with the Raiders. Tony Sperano, who was with the Vikings this year, would of course spent some time as the Raiders head coach back in 2014, replacing Dennis Allen for 6 games. And David Hung, quarterback drafted in the mid-70s, and a backup on a couple of Super Bowl teams.
One of the best holders I have ever seen. David had phenomenal hands. Great person.
4th and 6.
Yeah.
And there's a flag, and it looks like a delay of game.
It's a shame because he got him to jump.
that's bad.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
You don't know if it's center not understanding the situation, getting the ball up, or not hearing the snap count, or EJ just not looking at that 25-second clock.
That was Cameron Hunt, the center. 3rd punt for Townsend. Johnny's going to be standing here back inside his own 45.
He's done a really nice job in these situations with that an Aussie kick, and his hang time's been terrific, and he's also been very good at directional kicking.
High and short. Will he get a good bounce? He does. And the Raiders are able to knock it out of bounds. Johnny Holton swatted that at the 2-yard line.
Good move by Holton. Prevented it from going into the end zone to get the touchback and just got it out of bounds.
Still looking for who his backup might be. EJ Manuel's making a case tonight. Overthrows his intended receiver, Johnny Holton. But the numbers for Derek Carr, guys, through his first 4 seasons. It's a new offensive coordinator this year, another new head coach this year. And there you see, through 4 seasons, Derek Carr sits behind just Marino, Manning, and Wilson.
It's pretty good company. Really good company.
Not too shabby, huh?
No, he's got the temperament that I love. I mean, nothing seems to bother him. If something bad happens, you make a coaching change, he's just really steady. And that's what you want out of that position. You know, a guy that can handle the constructive criticism and the coaching. And that was a big concern. A lot of people say, well, will John Gruden be too tough on Derek Carr? Derek Carr, he's all in. I mean, that relationship has been fun to watch. And this guy all great players want is to be coached. And he's got some great people around. Jordy's going to have a terrific year, but Derek has done the work, he's done the preparation, and he is excited to get going. I spent some time with him this morning at breakfast. I know he's We're looking forward to next week.
I saw you eating off his plate. I said, that's same old Rich.
Third down, Manuel to Hatcher to move the chains. So what did Coach Gruden tell us yesterday? You know, John has that office set up with all the different monitors. He said Derek Carr has a setup like that as well now. His own little video room, you know, in the quarterback room.
Yeah, they're going to spend a lot of time together during the year and just talking about football, and they're both passionate about it. They both love to compete. I'm excited to see what transpires between John and Derek this season. Good throw. Good job working the progression.
Yep, absolutely.
Look all the way across the field. Started to his right. It's probably his third receiver in the progression. Nice job there by EJ.
The completion to
I think this is where he's a little further ahead than
Cook. Yep.
Cook.
Starts here. He works all the way back across the field. It's just a good sense of knowing where people are in the progression.
Second down with Warren, the lone setback. Quick strike to Aitman, and another first down to the 20-yard line.
Good awareness, understanding exactly where he's at. They'll keep the ball inside. Nice job by Aitman to get that defender on the top side of him so you have an easier throw. That's just good football right there.
Boys, location has really been good tonight with the throws, and this is what you want to see.
Raiders are in the Toyota red zone. Toyota, let's go places.
Taking control of the situation, managing the team down in the red zone. 12 of 14, a buck 36, and a touchdown. He spread it around. 7 different receivers.
Including Keon Hatcher, who has the touchdown. 4 catches for Keon, 74 yards, getting a lot of play today with a lot of the starters sideline. Manuel has directed a couple of scoring drives and looking for another one here in the first half. Hatcher will go slot right alongside Blacknall. Aitman to the top of the screen. Manuel looking down the middle. Touchdown, Keon Hatcher. His second of the night. And A.J. Manuel making a statement to the coaches.
He put some mustard on that one, Rich. That one had to be on a rope, and he did it. Yes. Right where it had to be.
He did a great job, Matt, reading the coverage. It was too deep, and he makes a perfect read and a throw right down the middle of the field to Keon Hatcher. Yeah, good protection and just a perfect throw between the nickel and the safety.
19-yard touchdown pass. More celebration from John Gruden. They keep Marshawn Lynch on the sideline that time. And it's all good for the Raiders in a 17-6 lead.
When we talk about recognition, this is eventually going to get to 2 deep. So he knows he's got 2 deep, and he's just going to work the post route right down the middle of the field, and it starts with really nice protection up front. You'll see the safety, he rotates late. Now he knows he has the 2 deep, and this is the middle of the field where he wants to work. He makes a good, accurate throw. He just drives that ball right in to Keon Hatcher.
Yeah, I like that he let the tight end clear first, and it opened that lane right behind him, and the ball had to come in on a line, and it was right where it had to be.
Matt, he's playing fast. You see Gruden over there. He's fired up. He's making good decisions. He's taking control of this football team, and this is what they've been waiting for all preseason from E.J. Manuel.
They gave him the start tonight. They gave him the captaincy tonight, and John Gruden made a big deal about that. He said, I want to make sure you guys are talking about that on the air. Cabinda, Calhoun, and E.J. Manuel.
I mean, look, he needs to play. And, you know, whoever the backup quarterback is going to be for the Raiders this year, it certainly looks like it may be E.J. Manuel. You can't get enough reps, Matt, in the preseason.
I completely agree with you. And see, he can keep going what he had going in here in the first half.
I think it's Chris Warren time, too. They need to crank up the running game.
Warren's in the backfield with Manuel, and Chris will get the call. The cutback.
Wow, good looking run.
Out across the 25. It looked like he may get stuck in the backfield, a gain of 5 or 6.
That's called running with your eyes right there.
Yeah, good initial cut. The other thing I like is I like the way he carries the ball, his ball carries. He's got 5 points of pressure. Carries the ball high and tight to his chest. Nice cut. You see him jump over the lineman there and finish the run.
Second and 3, play action. And the rollout, Manuel thought about throwing across his body and will get chased out of bounds. He's going to be short. It'll be 3rd down. Jacob Martin in pursuit.
Took a little while for that play to develop. He was waiting for that backside tight end. He got caught up in the wash, and EJ really had nowhere to go with it. Brings up a 3rd and short. You got options in this situation. Third and 4 or less, you got plenty of options. You can run it, you can throw something quick, you can take a shot down the field as well. There it is.
Looking for the slant. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. Brandon Jackson got in the way of that throw, and they'll have to punt it away.
Got to get those hands down quick. I think that hit him in the face.
Yeah.
That was a low throw.
Yeah, it was.
Hit him right in the noggin.
That'll teach him to do that again, that's for sure. Every once in a while, man, I get man in a lineman, defensive lineman. I just,
Would you bop him?
Yeah, I just throw it, hit it right in the face. You know what I mean?
Nah, you got to aim lower, man. That'll stop him.
Right in the tracks.
Fair catch back inside the 30, a 43-yard punt by Johnny Townsend. 17-13 Raiders. We're learning all the tricks.
One tough sucker, Marcus Allen.
EJ Manuel will stay in there at quarterback with another number 34 in the backfield, rookie Chris Warren. Chris will get the call. Flag behind him as Warren runs for the 1st down. And despite the flag, we still get a look at some of his toughness and his elusiveness. 13-yard gain, but he'll be coming back.
Illegal hands to the face, number 65, offense. 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
As Jordan Simmons.
Really decisive. I mean, this stretch play just makes that one cut, and he's heading right downhill. And you just look at him. You're not going to tackle a player like this up around his numbers. Make a big mistake. He's 250 pounds. Got to get him down low.
And that big sigh you heard, yeah, that was Farmer Brown saying that wasn't me.
8 penalties, 81 yards. That's something that the Raider regulars will hope to clean up once the season starts. And there is Farrell Brown making a nice play right there.
Nice catch, fingertip.
Yeah.
Well done. He's got good skills. I mean, he's been unfortunate that he's been caught like probably 5 or 6 times here in the preseason holding. It's something he's got to work on. He either got to just become an outright devastating blocker or learn how to cheat them.
Man, a lot of these, you look at that position, the tight end position and the running back position, when you come from the college game, learning the passing game, but also learning how to block in the running game. That's a big deal. They haven't had a ton of experience with that in college. Chris Warren, he's back here. He's learning how to pass protect.
Manuel to Warren out of the backfield. Going to bring up 3rd down. Well, you mentioned he looks like his dad out there, and look at the elder Warren from his days here in Seattle.
He was a big man. He was a bruising, same type of style. He'd run over you. He'd run through you. And he could also run away from you. He was... Chris Warren Sr. was legit.
3-time Pro Bowler up here at 4,000-yard seasons in Seattle. And now his son back here with the Raiders. 3rd and 13.
Got to be smart in this situation.
Eludes the pressure, buying some time. Manuel pointing downfield. He's got a man wide open at the 50. 1st down, Raiders, Marcel Aitman.
He saw him, and he knew he had to let him get in position. And by buying the time, Rich, and bailing out to the outside, he was able to do that.
Yeah, I love his elusiveness. Just watch him step up in the pocket. I mean, this is important. You're going to see the rush around the edge, and watch him step up and then slide. And this is good stuff. And now he keeps the ball in the throwing position. He's waiting. And now he tells the receiver, head downfield, and he makes a good touch throw to Aitman.
And a gain of 43 yards down to the 40-yard line of Seattle, keeping the drive alive. Play action. Looking for Aitman again. Incomplete. Aitman started to turn to the inside. The throw was to the outside. And down to JT.
Thanks, Beth. Arden Key joins us. So much talk about your speed, athletic ability. Walk us through training camp, the preseason, how your body's holding up.
Training camp been very good. It was different, especially coming from LSU. A lot of grinding, a lot of hard work, and hitting 24/7. But in camp, you hit a little bit just to see if you got it there, and then it's a mental part. Training camp in the NFL to me is more mental.
Mo Hurst, PJ Hall, you, the young guys now coming in here, a big tradition to live up to in Oakland.
Oh yeah, I mean, we came in, they told us that they want us to play, and they need our help. So we came together as three individuals, told ourselves that we're gonna get them what they want.
Matt Millen's one of the all-time great Raider defenders up in the booth. Matt?
Arden, it's fun for me to watch you play. I want to know where you learned your relentless, keep coming off the ball, never quit, good motor that you got. Where'd that come from?
That came from my pops. Going down the rec ball, things of that sort, he always told me to run to the ball. Wherever the ball goes, you need to be close by. So that's where that came from.
Yeah, I watched you last week. There's a couple of rushes you had. I told these guys up here in the booth, I said, there was one point you had that long arm slap that looked like Deacon Jones, man. I was like, man, the Deacon's back. Hey, congratulations. A great start. Now you got to keep it going.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Arden Key, we wanted to ask you, too, one more thing. What is perhaps the best piece of advice that you've learned from Bruce Irvin? I know you've had a special relationship and sort of a mentorship from Bruce.
I don't know if I can give you one of them, but he gives me so many advices every day, whether it's pass rush tools, whether it's off the field, whether it's on the field, in meetings, things of that sort. But I would say the most vital thing I got from him was writing everything down, writing notes and things of that sort. Even if you heard it 12 times, continue to write it down because that ingrained into your brain.
Thank you very much, Arden. We appreciate the time. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Arden Key, one of the great newcomers for the Raiders. Manuel on third down, and he's got another first down pass and a broken tackle, and it's off to the races. Touchdown, Saeed Blacknall, the rookie out of Penn State, 45 yards. Touchdown number 3 for number 3 tonight.
Where's that kid from?
We are.
Oh, yes, Penn State kid, yeah. Well, that's surprising.
They bring the blitz, they pick it up. He's got a chance to take the extra hitch, and he makes a really good throw right in the gut of that coverage to Saeed Blacknall.
Saeed does a nice job of protecting the ball and then shaking off the hit. Good wherewithal to spin back out. He's got good speed.
Manuel over to the sideline as if to ask, how you like me now? Am I the number 2? He has played extremely well tonight. Even though the Raiders missed the PAT, it's a 10-point lead, 5:08 to go on a beautiful night here in Seattle.
We say goodbye to the